Welcome to Theater and Dance Today. I'm your host, Professor Derek, and we're in the studio talking about Movies by Movers, the 2018 Dance Festival. I'm with my colleague, Cara Hagan, who's an assistant professor of dance studies and the curator of Movies by Movers. So welcome, Cara. Back again.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Last year, we got to talk about the involvement with American Dance Festival, and we were just chatting, and what's exciting to me is you said that there's more movies from international origin, nice going, right, from other countries. Can you tell me something about those?
Yeah, so Movies by Movers is an annual international screen dance festival that resides under the auspices of the American Dance Festival, which you may know is in Durham, North Carolina, every summer. And also, we produce the festival here at Appalachian State University. And so, by that token, there are always many countries represented in the festival. Of course, North American countries, but also many countries from Europe. We have some countries from Asia represented, South America. So we have lots of different people who are making these types of films all over the world, and we aim to represent as many as we can in the festival.
Fantastic. Now, when you came up with the idea of getting together a film festival, what process happened there? Because that seems really fascinating to me.
Yeah, I'll be totally honest. Movies by Movers, the very first time that it happened was actually a graduate school practicum. I wanted to experiment a little bit more with curatorial philosophy and try my hand at being a programmer. And after I did the first iteration, I felt like I didn't get what I needed out of it and I needed to do it again. I had some experience with film festivals in terms of just visiting film festivals to see new films, and I'm also a filmmaker, so I'd had my work in various film festivals and really wondered what it was like on the other side of the table, not as an artist, but as a programmer.
As a programmer. So I'm curious, when did you discover that people were making film about dance?
Well, I did my undergraduate degree at the North Carolina School of the Arts, and as you know, they have a film program there. And one of the professors did a lot of research on Maya Deren, who is a very notable dance film choreographer from the mid-20th century. And it started very slowly. I began to see little things here and there, and of course I grew up on the golden age of Hollywood movie musicals and loved the dancing in those, but dance film is very different in that it really is the marriage of choreography and filmmaking. So it's more experimental than, say, a Gene Kelly movie, right? It's about creating things that you can't repeat in real life. So really using our craft of choreography and the craft of filmmaking to create something that is singularly positioned to be seen on screen.
Fantastic. So roughly how many films are being shown this time around?
There are about 35 films that are being shown between our 3 shorts programs and the student program. There's also a small installation going up in the Turchin Center, and that is our installation. We did an InstaFest throughout the spring, and so we asked people on social media to send us their tiny films, and they could be any genre of movement. And so really this was about asking what can be a dance film, and how do we use social media as a platform to share our artwork. So there's dance, synchronized swimming, skating, all kinds of stuff, and that's going to be in a little installation in the Turchin Center the same week as the film festival.
That's really neat. Now that sounds fascinating too. So do you end up actually screening or pre-screening every single entry?
Absolutely, and we get about 200 per year through Film Freeway, plus several films come through direct contact with me by filmmakers who seek me out. My contact information is really easy to find. And so, yeah, I see hundreds of films every year, and it is a joy. Great.
Any particularly stand out in this year's offering?
There are so many gorgeous films in this year's offering. One film, The Derive by Tannen Tarabi, is a really beautiful single-shot film through a market in Iran. And it's really lovely because when Tannen gave the synopsis for her film, it's really, in some ways, an act of resistance in places where in public people don't dance, right? And so moving through this space in a way that is different than all of the other people are moving, it's really beautiful. There's also another film that I really love. It kind of circulated around social media a bit, but it's got Lo Buck in fine art, and he's a juke dancer.
Wow.
From Memphis, and he's danced with Yo-Yo Ma and other notable musicians, and he's gorgeous in this little film. It's basically a tiny documentary about his dance life and his experience. And in all of the showings, there are so many lovely films, like really tiny films, stop motion films, films about love, films about food, films about social justice issues. And so there's plenty of things to see.
That sounds really fascinating. So there you have it, ADF's Movies by Movers, the 2018 Film Festival at the Turchin Center for the Visual Arts and the Varsity Gym Dance Studios, September 20th through the 22nd. For more information, theateranddance.appstate.edu or call the box office at 828-262-4046. For Theater and Dance Today, I'm Professor Derek, and I will see you at the theater.